Give me the sneaky team that shouldn't win the World Series but could win the World Series.
This year?
No, in 5 years, Ben. That's what you do. Give me your prediction in 5 years.
Well, I mean, if it's not the Nationals, I don't know how sneaky it is, but the Indians, I think, right? I mean, nobody's talking about them underneath the three superpowers in the AL.
Why is that?
Because
they're in Cleveland?
Yeah, they're in Cleveland. You know, like the Yankees and Red Sox are the Yankees and Red Sox. The Astros are now the Astros after last year. Cleveland kind of started off slow. But when you look at this team, they're as dangerous as anybody. I wouldn't have said that perhaps before they traded for Brad Hand. That was the perfect trade, the perfect deadline move. This team needed a dominant reliever because Andrew Miller is not healthy. You know, he's not what he was a couple years ago. And they got the best one on the market, and they traded their best prospect for it. Like, that's the ideal, platonic ideal of a deadline trade. But you look at this team, I mean, they've got absolute superstars, even if you don't think of them as such. Francisco Lindor, Jose Ramirez, I mean, legitimate MVP candidate, somebody who was essentially a utility infielder a couple years ago. I mean, terrific team. I can assure you that nobody wants to face them in October.
But why don't we can talk about Mike Trout, that your superstar doesn't really, he's not a national superstar. Mm-hmm. You got these kids in Cleveland, and there's no promotional value attached to them at all.
Right.
Mookie Betts gets it because he plays with the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. You know, if Mookie Betts played for Pittsburgh, we might look at him the way we did Andrew McCutchen. Like, oh, you know, he's a really talented player. Wonder where he's going to be next year.
Right.
You know, when they can't afford him here. But, you know, that's part of the problem, too, with baseball. You do have these markets. You know, the Yankees are always going to promote. But, you know, it's the whole league that it feels like they don't know how to promote these players. They don't know how to promote teams. And it feels like we focus in on the same teams and the same players.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.